Nick the Kicker Ball defeats TJ Dohney via round 10 stoppage. Well, yeah, ended at the end of round 10. Nick Ball's an absolute scumbag, if I'm being completely honest, but what do you expect from the people from Liverpool? But yeah, there you go. They're all scumbags. United. But Nick Ball's an absolute scumbag, if I'm being completely honest. Nick Ball beats TJ Dohney in the at the very end of round 10. It was a good fight overall. I enjoyed the fight. Very entertaining fight. Action-packed throughout. And to be fair to Nick Ball, he's always in an entertaining fight. He is a very entertaining fighter to watch, to be fair. We'll give him that. But, the guy's a scumbag at the end of the day, if I'm being completely honest. Fair play, though. It was a good win. It was a good fight. In no way would absolutely wrecked. He was absolutely wrecked Nick Ball. MJ would as well. They both absolutely would destroy Nick Ball. He just walks into too many shots at times, and look at the amount of success that he was able to get. Imagine what Inoue would be able to do. I'm sorry for getting this out there. People aren't going to be happy with me. I'm going to get on to actually reviewing the fight in a non-biased way now. I just wanted to get this out there. But yeah, anyway, I thought starting off, TJ Dohney started off well in those first two rounds. I thought overall, Dohney was pretty smart, but Nick Ball was just very good at being able to slow him down. I thought Nick Ball's body work was very good. It always is. I'm trying to find where I scored the fight. On my scorecard, I should have already got this sorted before the fight. I can't even bloody find it. But yeah, I thought Dohney was good behind the lead hand early on. I thought Dohney's jab was good. I thought he was doubling up the jab pretty well and setting up his backhand well behind it. I quite like how Dohney was working in those first two rounds. I thought the jab to the body of Dohney was good, and I thought he was able to whip in a decent left hook upstairs on Nick Ball early on. I do feel like at times early on it was taking Nick Ball a bit of time to fully adjust to the southpaw style of TJ Dohney, but eventually he was able to, and that's when, Nick Ball started to get more and more success throughout the rounds. I feel like round 5 onwards especially, or was it round 4? It was probably round 4 onwards, Nick Ball started to get more and more success as the fight went on, and it was very clearly Nick Ball's fight, and Dohney couldn't deal with the pressure of Nick Ball as the fight went on. I thought the jab to the body from Nick Ball was good. I actually thought the lead hook over the top of Dohney was good from Nick Ball as well. That was able to get some good success, and the right hand to the body was good from Nick Ball. I feel like, Nick Ball's body work was solid throughout. It always is. Dohney surprised me with how good his body work was as well. Dohney was able to, take some, but also, give some good shots back as well. Fair play to TJ Dohney for making the fight as good as possible, to be honest with you. I think for Nick Ball, he started just to close the gap even more as it went. And the guy's, engine, it's just a different level to a lot of these guys, to be honest. You can't question his engine. You can't question his chin. He doesn't really create loads of angles, though, Nick Ball. It is always a lot of the same thing, but he's relentless with what he does, and the volume just gets better and better and better from Nick Ball, and it's just very good at being able to put off all of his opponents. Just the volume of Nick Ball, it just puts you off at how relentless he is. And even though, he's not a big one knockout, he's not a one-punch knockout fighter, his, combinations that he puts together are very good, and he's always doing it. He doesn't stop throwing, Nick Ball. And he's just very good at being able to wear you out and tire you out. That's what we always see from Nick Ball. It's just the pressure is non-stop, and the head movements of Nick Ball when he's coming forward is very good as well. He's very good at keeping his head off center line. And I feel like he had an issue earlier on with walking onto shots. But again, as the fight went on, Nick Ball just seemed a lot more settled in there, and was able to find Dohney out. He was able to find out a lot about him in there. And I feel like Nick Ball has better IQ than what people think. His style of his, it is very good. His IQ overall with how he fights with his style. He's not an amazing slick boxer and all that. It's just his style. At the end of the day, the guy is a wrecking ball. He is a wrecking ball. We give him credit on that side of things. He is a wrecking ball. He keeps on coming forward. and just beats you and breaks you down. And Dohney's body just can't handle it. And I was saying it before the fight as well. I was questioning Dohney's conditioning, especially, after how the Inoue fight ended and the fact that Dohney is 38 years old. I do think it is about time that TJ Dohney probably does hang the gloves up now, if I'm being completely honest. He's quit twice in a row. At the end of the day, that is a fact. TJ Dohney has quit twice in a row. People will be like, "Oh, you can't say a fight is quit," but it's a fact. The guy has quit 2 fights in a row. But he did do well, Dohney, and he did show he was tough. But look, I thought Nick Bull today, he was good at just whipping in the shots nicely. Dohney was as well. Dohney whipped in some good shots. But when they were trading together, though, it was always Nick Bull getting the better of success. You don't want to trade with Nick Bull. And at times, Nick Bull's just very good at making you trade with him. And that's how he tires you out. In the end, Dohney was having to trade with Nick Bull because you just can't keep him off you. Nick Bull eventually was just able to, completely ruin that lead hand of Dohney. And Dohney just couldn't do anything. Bull was just able to take the lead hand of Dohney away from him. He's very smart with the way he does that, Nick Bull. He's very good at getting under your lead hand, and that's what he did to Dohney today. And yeah, Dohney's power just wasn't enough to keep Nick Bull off him. Dohney's volume decreased every single round, and that isn't because of his age. That is because Nick Bull was absolutely relentless in there, and he keeps on coming forward. But again, though, should Nick Bull have been disqualified in that fight? That is a question. Should he have been disqualified? I mean, you don't really see a boxer kick their opponent that much, to be honest with you. You never really see it. It should have at least been 2 points off at the very most. I feel like it would have been a shame if the fight ended after, a kick in the first round. I mean, it was a beautiful low kick, but it was a real bloody scummy move from that Scouser at the end of the day. But as I said, what do you expect from those guys? What do you expect? They're the scums of the earth, if we're being completely honest. But look, he is a very good fighter, Nick Bull. He's very, very, very bloody good. And he's a trouble for mostly everyone, to be honest with you, around this weight class. I feel like he probably beats everyone other than Inoue when he moves up at the end of the day. He's got a difficult style for anyone. All these slick boxers. He's a very difficult opponent. He's a very difficult opponent for a slick boxer. Even though, we don't see a load of fantastic angle changes or any outrageous skill from Nick Bull, the guy's just relentless, and the guy's cardio is absolutely unreal. He's a nightmare for any slick boxer because he can just tire you out completely and just break you down, and mentally as well. Nick Bull, he doesn't say lows in build-ups. I mean, he has been pretty vocal. He was pretty vocal in this one with TJ. But Nick Bull, he's very good at just being able to mentally and physically drain you when you're in there with him. It's just when you're in there with him, he can mentally drain you because you just know for a fact, you can't deal with this pressure from Nick Bull. You can't keep him off you. And yeah, he's a brutal puncher to be in there with Nick Bull. He's brutal. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll speak to you on the next one.